I feel like I don't even really need to say anything because of the song captures it so well. I want to thank Todd for recording that amazing song, for writing it, producing it, recording it. I want to thank Jennifer Jones for being so supportive of all the arts, including the literary arts. Bay Arts is quite amazing. As was already mentioned, Jennifer Bonaventura, who's here, painted that amazing painting. So thank you all for being here and for your support, and I sure appreciate it. I'm going to read you just the synopsis so you'll get a feel for the book, and I'm just going to read one chapter sort of in the middle. Someone is following Lauren Lewis. She ducks into the office of P.I. Jimmy Soldier Riley, not to hire him, but to find out if he's the one following her. Back when they were lovers, he told her if he ever decided to, she would never know he was there. It's 1940s Panama City, Florida. The world is at war, and the growing Panhandle Paradise is doing its part. Tyndall Field is training pilots. Wainwright Shipyard is building battleships. The Naval Section Base is protecting vessels in the Gulf. The Dixie Sherman Hotel is hosting celebrities such as Clark Gable. Harry Lewis, a wealthy banker, is running for mayor, unaware his wife is running for her life. With a secret to hide and a husband running for mayor in a city exploding and expanding like no other time in history, Lauren doesn't want trouble, but she's about to get a double barrel full of it. Only one man can help her, and though it might destroy him, he doesn't mind. Better to die than be the walking wounded. I was in my room in the Cove Hotel at Wilson Avenue and Cherry Street. It was a 2-story Spanish-style hotel surrounded by an Edenic landscape of trees and flowers with a dock and dive platform out into the bay. My room, which I could not afford otherwise, was part of my pay for being the house detective. In the dream, we were lying in between the dunes looking up at the stars, listening to the unseen waves of the Gulf caressing the shore. Beneath us, the sand was cool. Above us, the sky was dark and clear and dotted with stars. And around us, the beach was empty for miles. Harry was at his weekly poker game, and we were whiling away the time as if we had it in such abundance we could never exhaust our endless supply. Things were too good, too intense, and I needed her too much not to try to sabotage it all somehow. "How long you think this will last?" I said. "Don't," she said, "not tonight." "Every affair ends," I said. "I'm not going to let you spoil this," she said. "It's too perfect." "I'm not trying to spoil it. Listen, soldier," she said. She called me soldier before I was wounded, and everyone began assuming I was. This is the big love for me. I'll never love another man, not ever. This won't end for me. Even if you end it, I'll still love you in the way I've never loved anyone in my whole entire life. But shut up, she said, placing her hand over my mouth, and make love to me again. The soft, incessant knock on the door brought me up out of the underworld. But as I stumbled toward the door, part of me remained submerged. When I opened the door, Lauren rushed inside and closed it behind her. In my groggy, half-conscious condition, I took her in my arms and kissed her hard on the mouth. At first she resisted, but then kissed back, her body going limp into mine, my body responding to hers. It wasn't until she pulled away that I became fully aware of the waking world I was now in. And I realized that I didn't have 2 arms to wrap her up in, and that my body couldn't respond to hers. "I'm sorry," she said. "I didn't mean to." My shirt was off, my right shoulder and upper arm exposed. She stared at it, then at the other gunshot wounds across my upper body. I felt as exposed and ugly as I ever had, but before I could make a move to get a shirt on, she took what was left of my arm in her hands and gently kissed it with her full, soft lips. As she did, I felt my body responding to hers again and realized that maybe it hadn't just been part of the dream. What was going on? How could I be The only time I had experienced anything like this before was last year when I was working a case for a woman who reminded me of Lauren. Like then, I wondered if this were some sort of phantom response, the way I could feel my right hand itching sometimes, or if I were experiencing the first faint flutterings of what? Hope? She looked down at the wrinkled mess of bed, at the books lining the spot where she used to lay after we made love, her moist body spent and emanating warmth. "I'm sorry," she said. "I know it's late. I shouldn't have come, but someone's following me again, and I didn't think you'd be here." I stepped over to the chair beside my bed and wrestled my T-shirt back on, the heat of embarrassment like the sting of a slap on my face, realizing she was seeing how difficult this simple act was for me. "You thought I'd be following you?" "No," she said. "Well, maybe. I don't know what I thought. I was scared, and I didn't know what else to do. I'm supposed to meet a man tonight to recover something of mine that was misplaced. But as I was leaving, I got the sense that someone was following me." "Recover something you've misplaced?" "Yeah, why?" "Who are you trying to kid? "What?" "You're forgetting who you're talking to," I said. "Reshuffle and deal again." "You're right," she said. "The truth is it was stolen and I'm paying to get it back." "That's a little better, but not much." "Go ahead, you can do it. Say the ugly little word." "What?" "Try the whole truth. It won't hurt as bad as you think." "I'm tired, Jimmy, and I'm scared. I'm sorry I busted in on you like this, but I don't feel like fighting with you. I couldn't keep up." "Who's blackmailing you, Lauren?" "I'm going now. I'm glad it's not you who is following me. I really am. I actually thought you might still hate me so much that—" "I don't blame you for what happened to me," I said. I didn't mean that. Why would you? How could I have—" "It's nothing," I said. "Doesn't matter. I'm still loopy, half asleep." "No," she said. "I want to know. Have you forgotten that I'm the injured party?" "Interesting choice of words," I said. She shook her head. "I've got to go." She turned to leave. "Wait," I said. "You better let me tag along. Blackmailers really are the lowest sort." Thank you very much.